So the findings were released Monday by a third-party company and found MATA has been operating without department budgets since October of 2023. Auditors say the Transit Authority lacks basic financial oversight and accountability. They examined 73 transactions and found widespread problems and say MATA couldn't provide proper documentation for many purchases. It also highlights questionable spending, including over $11,000 on food at Memphis Grizzlies games, employee spa treatments, and items delivered to personal homes. Now, in a statement at the time, MATA leaders earlier this week said that they acknowledged the report and had not had the opportunity to fully review it. They are adding that they take the findings seriously and will work to make any necessary improvements. That was a few days ago, so hopefully they've had time to review the audit by now. But I'm going to open it up to you, Otis. So I would like to say that these findings are surprising, but we knew MATA's had some money problems for a while. But what are your reactions just to the findings?
Well, there's no question. I mean, for months we've been calling it the mess at MATA. And I think that's an understatement right now. This is a major league scandal. And there are a lot of people who should be held accountable for this. Certainly the people who are directly at MATA, including the retired CEO, Gary Rosenfeld, because some of this was going on, especially with the American Express credit cards, when he was in charge. And so he's got some explaining to do. And then, of course, the interim CEO after that, who was fired. So there's a lot going on here. The city council, I don't know how much oversight they were providing here going all those years, but to have reports about spending at Grizzlies games, and hey, look, I love the Grizzlies. I'm a season ticket holder. But we don't need a struggling bus company, a bus transit service, spending that kind of money. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. And the mayor, all the way down to the city council, all of those folks need to be held accountable as well.
Yeah, the acting CEO, John Lewis, terminated Bakara Malden back in 2025 here, March. I meant to say March of 2025. But there was a report that in 2024, discretionary spending alone in 2024 was like upwards of $848,000, and that also included Grizzly sponsorship, Amex spending, food and catering. So Worth, what do you make of this?
It's completely improper. And I do have some sympathy for, so I was on the Memphis City Council until December of 2023. So some of this is under my watch as well. I served on the city council while this was going on, and I remember those meetings we're in. And, of course, we're asking them about their budget. We're asking them what their needs are, what the hurdles that we're trying to work through. And they're not going to sit there and tell us, as they're asking us for an additional tens of millions of dollars, they're not, opening the books and saying, well, I guess we could cut that suite at the Grizzlies game. I guess we don't have to spend all this, money on luxury goods or office space that we're not using. And I certainly feel that we were directly misled and we were indirectly misled. And I would say the same probably for the city council last year and this year as well. So we're getting to the point where it's time to clean house. You've got to have a culture change over there, because this has been going on for years. And I'd say in Memphis, we suffer, unfortunately, maybe more than most cities, from two things more often than not in local politics. And it's incompetence and it's self-interest. And this reeks of both. This is a big problem, as Otis used the word scandal, and I would put it in that category as well. And it's time for the mayor and the city council to get really serious about this, exercise their authority, and they have got to get the bad actors out of there. They've got to change the culture. They've got to find the right people, because this is a city service. The bus service has to work. Those buses have to run on time. They have to pick up people and get them to the locations that they need to, including work, doctor's office, and all the other critical things you do every day in life. And if that's not happening, we've got bigger problems for our society in Memphis. This has to be done right.
And two other quick points to Worth's point as well. John Vergas, who is a former city councilman, he has said publicly that he was on the MATA board until 2018, and even back then, it was a problem just getting information by being on the MATA board. I mean, it was, he talked about it as being a major league headache. And the other point is that statement that you referenced from MATA right now, talking about how they take transparency and accountability seriously, well, that's a joke too. Because if you were taking it seriously, we wouldn't be in this kind of mess.
Yeah. That's what you say when you get in trouble.
Well, that's, that's an afterthought comment here, but it does not hold water.
Okay, let me ask you this, and we'll spend one more minute on this before we have to move on. But the $60 million deficit came out, and then after that, Mayor Young had allotted $30 million, which was the pretty regular budget allotment for MATA. Then advocates come back and say, no, we want, what was it, $45 million or so. To me, it feels like a little bit of audacity to ask for more money. Now, is more money the solution to make it right?
Well, you can understand why they're not getting the grants they're applying for, right? Some of these federal grants have very strict parameters and reporting requirements, and we're seeing them playing loose and fast with the rules and keeping track of receipts and the budgeting and the finances of it. If you're a federal agency handing out tens of millions, hundreds of millions, billions of dollars of grants across the country, and if MATA doesn't have their ducks in a row when they're applying, it's easy to go down the road to the next community that does. So we have got to get our house in order, and then I think it'll be easier to turn on the federal faucet.
I agree with Worth 100%. We can't expect any funders, whether they're grant funders or even the public funders, at this point to want to do anything for MATA. You are absolutely right. They need to clean house completely and basically start from scratch here to make this a credible operation.
Okay, we'll end that one there. So from